Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, welcome if you're not new. Today I'm giving you all an updated skincare routine. Some stuff has changed over the last time I did a skincare routine. Just some background, I suffer with hyperpigmentation. You can't really see based off of this terrible lighting that's going on in the bathroom. Some acne, hormonal, whatever, based on what I eat, whatever's going on. And I've incorporated some things that have really been helping my skin clear up a little bit, and I'm tracking it per month, so we'll see what the progress is by the end of this quarantine. Hopefully I'm glowing, I hope. But without further ado, let's get right into this video. I'm starting off with the nighttime this go around because I forgot to film in the morning. Great. Disgusting! I follow somebody on Twitter, on Instagram, and on YouTube. You probably have heard of her. Her name is Nye. She's a certified esthetician and she goes by LA Beautyologist, or the Golden Prescription, or Golden RX. And she is great, famous for the 60-second rule. I will show you that today, and I will link her nighttime skincare routine video down below so you guys can check her out as well. I owe it to her, I think, because my skin has gotten so much better since I've implemented the 60-second cleansing routine. Okay guys, so first things first, I'm going to wash my hands because I've had a whole day of, you know, touching pencils, cooking a little bit, doing laundry, so all of that is on my hands. And next I'm going to be using the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula Coconut Monoi Cleansing Balm. I have used the Clinique Take the Day Off, but since that's travel size, I'm trying to ration all of that. So I'm going to warm this up in my hands. This just has cocoa butter. It's supposed to cleanse, take off any makeup. I'm not wearing any makeup today, but it still cleanses just as nicely. So we're just gonna rub that in for 60 seconds. That's what Nye prescribes. And this just takes out any of the like sebum bulbs, sebaceous bulbs that she talks about sometimes. Some oil, some like whiteheads or like dirt and things like that, especially around my nose, because that's where I get a lot of my blackheads, whiteheads, things like that. So that was a bit of a workout, but this just promotes cleansing, not only cleansing, but also kind of leaves me a little bit moisturized for the next cleansing step, and also helps products absorb better since I've cleaned out those pores a little bit. And I've kind of gotten some bulbs actually. I wish I could show you, but like my camera doesn't pick it up that well, but I've gotten some bulbs, hairs, some dirt. I would love to just wash this off my face, but it kind of turns like white and milky, so I'm just gonna use a night calming makeup remover towelette from Walgreens. This is like the Neutrogena night calming one. So Nye always recommends that you use a foaming cleanser right after your cleansing balm or oil or whatever. I have really tested this out for weeks on end. I don't do the oil cleansing every night, especially if I'm feeling lazy, but I'll do it some nights when I just feel like my skin is dull or it's just like bleh. So yeah. Now I'm going to use my tried and true Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, this is the citrus one, just to use as a foaming cleanser. So I'll take a little bit of water because you're supposed to dilute it, so it foams up very nicely. And I'm just going to cleanse for another minute. You want to cleanse for another minute. So now I am all done cleansing, and you really just want to use the pads of your fingers. And sometimes I'll use my scrubby and everything, but I've learned to use it. If I'm using my scrubby, I'll use it maybe for 30 seconds, and then the other 30 seconds, I'll use my fingertips. So next is time to tone, and Nye really emphasizes toning a lot and toning after each step. That's going to be mentioned more in my in-depth video. Hopefully that comes up soon, maybe sometime next month. But I'm going to tone. I got these basic round cotton pads from Target. It was like 100 for like $2. And I'm just going to use this kind of, I don't know what to call it, kind of microfiber-ish, but not really. And I'm using the Heritage Store Rosewater Facial Toner. It's supposed to hydrate and balance with hyaluronic acid and aloe. I'm almost out of the travel size, but I'm due for a full size, so I'm going to get that soon. Okay, and this just calms down any irritation because of my breakouts or anything. I've noticed that after I use my toner, it just really helps me. It really helps me have like a glowy base for the rest of my products. So they glide on easier, they absorb nicely, and yeah. And next, for serum, I use the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1%. And this is just for blemish control. Really helped with my hyperpigmentation when, you know, I really go through it. And at the end of the day, especially when I'm going to sleep, which is sleep is a regenerative process for skin, hair, inside the body as well. So your cells rebuild overnight. So I use kind of my strongest serums overnight. This is the strongest serum I have right now. So I use this at night. I don't use it in the morning because it reacts with the sun and kind of burns your skin a little bit. But it kind of becomes tacky very fast, so you kind of have to dab it in after you can't rub it anymore. I'm going to go back in with the Rose Water Toner. Just a nice palm, quarter size amount of that, and just press all my products in to my face. And this ensures that the pH of my skin is balanced and brought back down once more. The natural pH of skin is like 5, which is kind of acidic, but I use niacinamide, which is even more acidic. It's like a 3.5. I think I'll have to triple check that for you. But using water, whose pH is like 7, around that, really helps to bring your skin back to its equilibrium and back to its natural pH. So now, after I have toned my skin, and basically toning is to bring it back to its natural pH, I'm ready to rehydrate my skin, put something back in. I put the serum in, the toner in, and now I want to seal all that in with some moisturizer. And I used an oil-based moisturizer. My friend Lynette gave this to me. It's the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula with Vitamin E Oil, Coconut Manoi, Luminous Hydration Oil. And this stuff is magic. It really hydrates my skin overnight and allows me to wake up looking like glowy. And I'm just gonna use some good old shea butter. My sister Naya also gave me this huge thing of shea butter, all for like $10. What I usually do, I just take my nail. I don't want to do that, but I took a little bit of shea butter here, which is plenty for my face. Let me just take a little bit more for good measure. And then I take some drops of this oil, like 1, 2, 3 drops usually, and I just mixed it all together, warm it up in my hands. This is my favorite part because my face feels tacky and tight because of the serum. And now I just massage this into my face. It promotes that cell regeneration because, baby, shea butter is good for everything. From pain relief to swelling and arthritis. It's kind of a natural sunscreen, treats dark spots, hyperpigmentation. It's all on here. The facts are all on here. So I honestly love the shea butter, and paired with this oil just to make it melt down a little bit easier. This is what we're looking like for nighttime. This is what my face, this is the current condition of my face. Hyperpigmentation over here, bump there, bumps all over my forehead, and that's just cotton or something. And some hyperpigmentation over here. It actually looks worse on camera, let me just tell you that, than in person, but this is the natural condition of my face. So I will see you guys in the morning for the last part of this video. Good night. Good morning, friends. So welcome to the last part of this video, which is doing my morning skincare routine. So as I said yesterday, the shea butter and the oil that I use really helps in keeping that moisture. As you can see, I kind of woke up with a natural glow here. So I'm about to hop in the shower, but what I like to do first is actually cleanse my face. So I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands again, since, you know, sometimes just wake up with some dirty hands, you know. And then I take my Castile soap again, not a different cleanser, I just take this Castile soap, wet it up, just a little, and lather her up, and she's good to go. So I finished cleansing. Usually my face doesn't set up as much as it does in the evening because there's just the serum, the breakdown of the moisturizer, and the rose toner and everything, so it doesn't set up as much. So I cleanse. I'm not going to put anything else on. I'm going to hop into the shower, come back out, and then show you guys the rest of my skincare routine. So I'm giving y'all towel vibes right now, but I'm going to go in with my cotton pad and my rose water toner. I'm like literally on the last drop, but I'll just finish it and then I have to tone again. And just rub this all over my face. So I'm done with that. And I'm going to go in with my ordinary hyaluronic acid and B5 treatment serum thing. And it's 2% of hyaluronic acid. It's basically the same thing from last night, but a different serum. Just continually rub this in so my skin can absorb a lot of it. My pores are open from the shower. And now we go in with one more round of toner, and this is the finish, the end of it. And just pat that in. Klarna has a lot, but kind of just pat that into my face. Fan my face a little bit before I go back in with my fingers. Last but not least, it's the same from last night, and I just take this hydration oil, like 3 drops of it into my palm, and then I take some of my shea butter. I always put on my middle finger, my shea butter here. Hand it up. And massage it in. I take a little bit of more in the morning because I have all day to moisturization. Sometimes during the day I'll put on another layer of shea butter just because I need a boost. That's usually what a facial spray is for, but since I don't have one on deck right now, I'll just use some shea butter. So last thing I do, I put on some oil-free facial moisturizer with sunscreen, SPF 15, and it compares to the Neutrogena one that I used to use back in the day. And I use this because although we're inside and it's raining outside, the rays will catch you, okay? It don't matter, rain, shine, snow, sleet, hail, you know, like the post office people, yeah. Don't matter, you still put on sunscreen. And it's a nice moisturizer because it doesn't feel oily. It's supposed to be oil-free. Really doubling down on products that are good for my face, combinations that are terrible, and things like that, I think has really helped my skin improve. I will be doing an in-depth skin routine focusing on Nye's 10-step skincare routine. Yeah, but this, I'll show you guys. This is what I'm looking like. Yeah, that's basically it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell so you get updated every time I upload. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.